Has a very young look to him, but interesting trivia, he's actually the oldest member of the cast. And his Secret Service code name is Scorpion. Good people of the UK, put your hands together for Big Al Calvert! I jump, is it?
I've seen other
with the
people
jumping
jump.
thing? Is thing wired in?
It's like, do I go? All right.
Alex Calvert.
Codename Scorpion. Thank you.
Scorpion. Scorpion.
Yes.
Have you been to the UK before? It's been a lot of time here.
I've never been here before.
Are you going to get to do anything? Are you going to get out and see?
I just work. That's all I do. No.
In 50 years, he's never come. As the oldest member of the cast here today.
You do? I mean, well, no, he's got to be about at least 56 or so, right?
I can't believe you guys revealed my age secret.
No, we don't know the exact age. We got a carbon date you later, but I just know, like, he has a very young face, but then I went into the Lego trailer, and they were just laying on this sort of skin. You know true.
Every day I spend up to 3 hours in makeup.
Yeah, it's a prosthetic.
Yeah.
We just know he's in his 50s. We don't really know the exact age.
But, I mean, you know.
But I feel like I'm 2013.
2013. You feel like you're in the year 2013.
I have traveled back that many years.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, now you know it. Pappy, the oldest member of the set, Alex Calvert.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God. How are you guys? A little bit? All right, dope. Yeah, this is my first time here, so I'm so happy to, be in Europe. It's exciting. Maybe not for you guys. You're like, yeah, we live here. We know. Yeah, it's been awesome. We're like just driving up here, the green. I feel like I'm seeing these miniature castles. It's pretty dope. Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Where do we want to start? Yeah? Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. First of all, I love your girlfriend. Please tell her that I love her.
She's here, she can hear you.
Okay, my question is, do you think Jack would be a good villain?
Do I think Jack would be a good villain? Well, I think he's really capable of anything, especially with with him being Lucifer's son. There's always that thing where we're wondering, you know, will he go bad, right? So I think I'm definitely capable of those kind of terrible things.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
Hi, welcome to the UK.
Thank you.
So the show recently did a crossover with Scooby-Doo, and my question is, if you could get sucked into a cartoon, which cartoon universe would you want to be in, and anime counts if that changes your answer?
That's okay. Do you have any suggestions for me? Like, what would your ideal supernatural cartoon crossover be?
Well, there's a supernatural anime. I don't know about a supernatural crossover, but I like One Punch Man.
Okay. For me, I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot of cartoons. So, Scooby-Doo was really cool for me to see just because, I don't know about you guys, but I grew up watching it before I went to school. So, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Family Guy, but I definitely don't know how that would work. At all. I don't see that working. Thanks. Hey.
Hi. You have a very funny Instagram account for your cat.
I do.
Yeah. What was the inspiration behind that? Is it really that kingly? Is it really that?
Right off the bat, yes. For those of you who are... You know you guys have a microphone, right? Like, I can hear you laughing. You all right? They're not all right. So, for those of you who may not know, I have an account for the cat. His name is the Lord Tyrion. He's very cute. He's a very adorable little guy, but he's very demanding. So really, the account started because my girlfriend and I just thought it was hilarious. Obviously, this predates the show, but really it was just like Thierry had 10 followers, and all of them were our friends, and basically, you know, just silly photos of him and me looking ridiculous. We had no idea that Thierry would be so loved in his little kingdom. So it's been fun. I think he's having a great time, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. How do you think Jack would react to hearing Sam once had powers?
How would I react to hearing?
If Sam once had powers, how do you think Jack would react to that?
If someone else had powers?
Sam.
Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry. It's taken me, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit with the accent. I'm struggling a little bit. If Sam had powers.
And Sam did have powers.
Oh.
But he stopped using them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting because Jack really does look up to Sam. So I think for him to maybe see a little bit, for them to be more alike would be really incredible. Jack looks to these characters kind of as father figures, so to have his fathers be more like him, I think would be really nice for him.
Yeah. Thank you, I'd like that myself.
All right, thanks. All right, you guys good? You guys are dying over there.
There was an incident with the coffee. It was very funny.
Okay, I mean, do you want to share with the crowd, or?
It's not even funny.
I mean, it sounds pretty funny. I feel like you guys are holding out on us. That's okay though.
No, it's fine.
It doesn't seem fine. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. All right. All right then, guys. Okay.
Okay, so Jack is a very unique character. He sort of looks at the world with sort of childlike wonderment, but has the sort of immense power that so far I don't think anyone in Supernatural has quite matched up to. As an actor, how do you prepare for a role that is so complex, because there is so many different sort of parts of Jack? How do you sort of incorporate all of that into your character?
What's been really fun about the show for me is that even me starting off as the character, I wasn't sure if he was going to go evil or good. So I guess kind of keeping that all in the back of my mind as soon as you figure out each week what's gonna happen. What's exciting for me is like I don't know if Jack's gonna turn left or turn right. It's just been, really fun for me just to not know each week if this is the week that something terrible happens, you know?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for coming to England. We're really glad to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me. Hey,
Hi. So we know that.
thank you for not laughing at me right off the bat. So nice of you.
Okay. So we know that Jack loves nougat. How do you feel about nougat?
How do you guys feel about nougat? Wow. Someone just gave me a thumbs down. They're like, nah, no nougat. Man, I'm gonna have to go with the crowd here. Nougat, not loved here. I would like a Mars bar. Basically on set, the nougat, quote unquote, is often Mars bars. So, sometimes you have to eat 10 Mars bars in a row, which is not as great as it sounds. Do you like chocolate?
I do.
Do you like eating them for 10 of them straight in a row?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
No, but I might have a surprise for you at photo ops.
Okay then. Can't wait to hear what that means. Thanks.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Hi.
We have like a lot of fans have certain characters we look up to and can relate to. So I was wondering if you had any characters from shows or movies or books that you look up to.
I think there's people I definitely have like admired. Like I don't know. I guess I've given this example before. Not maybe there's someone I look up to because it's a bad example, but I definitely saw Goodfellas when I was a kid, and I like thought those characters were really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie, but it's not characters to aspire to. What I like about Supernatural is there's you can definitely find yourself in a lot of the characters and their aspirations and their struggles.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
First, thanks for everything that you brought to Supernatural this season. It's been amazing.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm just happy to be here.
I was wondering, there have been a few gaps in narrative on screen of what Jack is doing. What's your approach to scripts, and how do you think about like everything that he might have been through that, and how do you like process go towards that? Think about that.
So here's my question. So you guys here in the UK, I know that the season 13 just started coming out on TV, but from talking to you guys, most of you guys stream it illegally, is what I'm finding. Yeah. Okay, dope. I was like, how much can I say for spoilers? And everyone's like, yeah, we're up to date. We know what's going on. Don't talk about last night. Okay, that's fine. So there is a gap in narrative recently, and for me, we kind of leave Jack and Mary in the apocalypse world, and we don't know exactly what they've been doing. But for me, I'm often kind of filling in the story in terms of what they've been up to. So in this most recent case, they kind of say that Jack and Mary have been, freeing other people. They've been on fighting angels. So when we come back to Jack and his narrative, I definitely try to keep that, what just happened in the back of my mind.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out, you guys are Hey.
Hey, thank you for coming to see us.
Thank you.
So, I understand Jared and Jensen have picked you as their latest prank victim. So I was wondering, have you got any new stories, or have you got your own back on them yet?
I like how someone here was like, I was plotting my revenge style prank, but it did not come to fruition. So I think I have to save it at this point. So because me and Mary have been in the apocalypse worlds, thankfully, I've been away from the rest of them. So with that being said, my life had to become an apocalypse, which I'm very thankful for. I mean, most recently, no new pranks for you guys to update you on. There have been dicks on laptops. There have been, just general shenanigans whenever they're off camera. That's really the worst part, is them just improvising lines at you while you're trying to cry. It was when they started talking about there's a scene earlier in the season, which you guys have all seen apparently, where I'm overhearing them talk about me. They're talking, and it's supposed to, for me, I'm thinking about my mom who had died. But instead, they're just, they're just like, God, Jack's gonna jack off. So I'm trying not to laugh, also trying to cry at the same time. So it's been a difficult season that way. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi. You're my favorite character, so this is great.
Thanks.
Okay, so as for the attributes of your character, what can you most relate to yourself?
That's a very personal question. I think what I like most about Jack is his naive nature. That's really nice to play because You know, he really appreciates the little things that go on to him. I think for Jack and for myself, and I think for a lot of people, he doesn't really belong, and he kind of struggles with where he belongs in terms of his family, his lineage, you know, him with the Winchesters. So it's been really nice to see him kind of find his own little family this season.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
I hope you're enjoying your time at the convention.
It's great. Everyone's super lovely and nice. Some a little perverted, but other most people though extremely lovely.
Okay. My question is, at the beginning of the season, Jack had trouble accepting himself. I'm just wondering how he is now, because he wants to take on Michael. And I'm wondering if he still views himself in the same way.
Okay. This season, I mean, he's been through so much and he's experienced so much in the world. I think he's definitely still finding himself. He's finding out who he really is. And I think that's kind of been his big struggle, actually. What's been nice, though, again, has been that he's found the Winchesters and he's found his family. And then with Michael, he's found a specific task where he can focus his energy on. So I think that's given him a real purpose, which has been really nice for someone that's been so lost to have that kind of acceptance and that purpose.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi.
Hi.
I think there's a lot of people in the audience who are like afraid to go up here and ask a question.
That's true.
But like, you want to?
Yeah, I would encourage I'm really nice, I think, so like feel free to dive on up. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so I was wondering, do you have any tips or like motivation to them so they can overcome stage fright and stuff like that?
Ooh, well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I definitely still get nervous because you're backstage and you're like, how am I gonna do this? But no, I don't know, I think just throw yourself into it. You were brave enough to come up here. I think what's actually been awesome is if you go to these cons, you like realize that everybody around you genuinely is happy that you're there, they want to meet you. So I think there's a real inclusivity and you know, care that you guys have for each other and that we do for you. So come on up, say hello. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, you know, when you found out you were going to be on Supernatural, because it's one of the biggest TV shows, what was your reaction that you were joining such a big fandom and a big show?
Well, I was really excited, first off, to have a job. Having a job is always cool, especially when you're unemployed. So first off, right off the bat, I was like, I'm gonna make more than $7 an hour? That is awesome! I really didn't know what to think. I was just excited to see the possibilities of where this character could go. And I think that we're still discovering that. But along the way, it's been crazy because all of this is happening, all of you guys are here. So it's just been such an added bonus to additionally being on the show that's, you know, so well loved.
Well, welcome to the family.
Oh, thank you.
Hello.
What color is your hair? I can't see from here. The lighting is not so bueno, you know?
My question is, I'm half deaf. Dude, I actually can't hear very well, so...
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's fine, I'm used to it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, you're talking about my hair color?
Yeah, what color is your hair?
It's actually being washed out since I dyed it in October last year, so it's like, I guess ice blue color?
Ice blue, I like it.
Thank you. My question is there any favorite book that you read during your free time?
Any what kind of book?
Any type of book, like fantasy or such.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to read something. Right now, I'm reading a book about Army Rangers. You guys are like, that's so lame. Yeah, right now I'm reading a book about this guy who is an Army Ranger and then robbed a bank. Yeah. Hopefully I don't do anything like that while I'm in Europe.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yo, what up, Cass?
I just wanted to ask, how naked were you actually really on the first episode?
Again, people are nice, they're lovely, a little perverted. Well, again, I think someone asked in one of the people I was talking to earlier, you can't actually just be naked on a set. It's just not allowed. I don't know about your guys' jobs, but if you show up naked, it doesn't go that well. No, they basically give you like a tan-colored underwear. So it was really fun to just be in front of 100 people like that. It's great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Yo.
I've been asking everybody, which is your preferment, ninjas or pirates?
Okay, so I would like to take a poll, if that's cool with you.
Yep.
Okay. The pirate crowd? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3 pirates. 1, 2, 3 ninjas.
See, you're not ninjas, because if you were ninjas, we wouldn't be able to hear you.
So it's definitely a pirate crowd, I'll agree with that. I just always, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I think I'll have to go Team Pirate just because I would just love to be in the Caribbean, you know?
Fantastic.
They'd be like, hey, you want to come? I'll be like, yes.
Bring the rum.
Why is the rum?
This is why. These people are why.
Yeah, ever since we've been here, people keep offering us alcohol. Like, we're at breakfast, they're like, you want a pint? I'm like, no, like, I'm just trying to get a coffee. Is that like what everybody expects though? Or you guys all been drinking all day?
Well, I'm an Aussie, so I got no other excuse.
That's fair.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
For the first few episodes of the season, Jack had a backpack with him, and I just wonder what was in it, like colouring books.
You're funny. Well, I mean, coloring books is actually maybe like a great idea for maybe calm them down, not throw people in vending machines and whatnot. Wow. Yeah, they basically had the backpack as an idea that he was like traveling, but then kind of as we went along, it was more of a Castiel thing where it's like, what does he really need, you know? He's got one cute outfit, he's probably gonna keep wearing that. But no, the backpack, I think they were just like extra clothes. Yours is much more imaginative though, I like it. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, I just wanted to tell you that I really loved your character and your portrayal, and thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you if you think in the direction the show is going, whether Jack is going to stay with the brothers and with Cass, or whether he's going to leave the nest.
Well, we've seen Jack leave the nest. It usually doesn't go well for pretty much anybody who leaves. They just get killed or, you know, they meet some sort of demise. Yeah, that's kind of been an interesting part of the season. We don't know if Jack's going to join Lucifer, if Jack's going to stay with the Winchesters. I hope personally that he, you know, stays with the brothers. There's such an interesting dynamic that they have, and plus Jack being not evil has been nice. Yeah, what are you hoping for? What do you think? Let me know.
I really love the characters, so I just hope you stay with them. Like,
Wanted to die, I hear you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
I just want to ask, if Jack meets Lucifer, how will he react? Will he go dark side? Do you think?
Who knows, man? Who knows? hopefully we stay tuned and watch our illegal browsers and we all find out together, you know?
Is that a hint?
Yeah, it's a hint that everyone's watching illegally. I don't know.
Well, they should bring it at the
thought we
same
were on the same
time,
page, man.
If they aired at the same time, people would stream legally.
This is true, this is true. I'd probably do the same thing.
Just an idea for the producers and stuff over whoever does it.
Yeah. Yeah, not to spoil, but I mean, we're going to see Jack and Lucifer by the end of the season, and there's going to be some shenanigans. I'll say that. Is that a popular word for shenanigans? All right.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not up to date with this show. I'm only on episode 3, but I really wanted to ask you how you felt when you realised you had to be naked in the first episode. And I got put up to this bit. Does your girlfriend only watch it when you're naked?
Again, perverse. I was nervous. You know, it's nerve-wracking, you know? I don't know how many people you take your clothes off in front of, but, you know, it's probably only a handful.
Just my husband.
There you go.
You did an awesome job, and
thank you.
I just want to add a really lovely cat, and I'm a big Game of Thrones fan as well, so woohoo!
Shout out Lord Tyrion. Shout out nudity. Shout out your husband.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I love you so much. My question is, what's your favorite memory from the set?
I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, we shot 10 months straight, so you kind of collect all these memories. I guess the last day of filming was really cool. Everyone's so happy. It's like they completed a marathon. So just like hanging out in people's trailers and, you know, talking to all your friends on set. I guess that was probably pretty amazing. Like this place, it's like there's a real community to it. So that's always really nice. I guess the other one I probably thought of was like me, Mary, and Jim Beaver like filming in a mud pit, essentially. Just one of those days where it's just miserable, so you guys kind of bond a little, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi there.
Hi.
I just want to ask you what you think Jack would do if he would met his mother in the apocalypse world.
Ooh. Interesting. Are you a writer for next season?
Maybe secretly.
Secretly? Well, it's not a secret. You just told everybody here. I don't know. That would be really interesting because, you know, they're different versions of themselves. So there could be a version where, you know, she never had Jack, or, you know, they don't know each other exactly. So that could be super bizarre, having this kind of, you know, mother-son relationship, but the mom not even knowing that Jack's her son. That would be so bizarre. You know, it'd be like her having amnesia. That would be really interesting to see, though. Courtney Ford, I'm sure, would be happy to come back for season 14. Again, you're writing it, so you can tell me later on.
All right.
I will appreciate any heads up you can give me.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering if you could choose like one minor character to have as like Jack's kind of like buddy, who would it be?
So, at least in the UK, I know you guys are up to episode 3. But my buddy Rob was in the first, was it the first episode where I'm eating the candy bars?
Yeah.
I'd probably choose him for a friend at this point. Just because he kind of thought I was on drugs. So like maybe he would have some sort of psychedelic experience for me and Jack. So it'd be fun to kind of go around with someone Jack's his own age, have their own adventure. Maybe we could, you know, skateboard or go to a bar or something. That's my theory at this point. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
Which do you think will have the bigger effect on Jack, nature or nurture?
What do you think?
Well, we've got to wait to see yet, but people in general, what do you think has the biggest effect on people in general? general, nature or nurture?
I hope nurture. I really do, because a lot of people have really not so great circumstances that happen to them in terms of nature, or in Jack's case, maybe who his parents are. So I really hope that having these positive people around him can influence him more so than the nature element of it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, welcome to England.
Thank you.
I've really enjoyed Jack. It's been great. I was wondering what challenges you've faced in this season, apart from obvious Jared-related ones, and if you've done any research on previous episodes of Supernatural to sort of get yourself into it. I'm just what your approach has been.
In terms of approach, I was kind of lucky because Jack is so new to the world that I didn't have to think about 12 years of research. So I walked into it kind of not knowing anything. I really wanted to discover day by day with the Winchesters what his experience was like and what it was like to be in that world. Challenges, for me, I guess seeing the world for the first time was definitely a kind of a challenge for me. Because you kind of take for granted the little things, but Jack doesn't. So that's what I really enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hiya.
Hi.
So you were saying that Jack is looking up to Sam and Dean as kind of father figures, and he sees the family bonds that they have. How do you think Jack would react if he finds out about them leaving Adam behind?
Ooh. Okay, so what do you guys think about Adam? Because from what I understand, again, I haven't researched this, but he got abandoned, right?
Totally.
Yeah, so there's a possibility Jack just gets tossed aside Adam styles, I guess. I think that would affect him because he definitely trusts them so much, but then to know that this guy just got tossed aside would be kind of tough,
And he's their brother as well.
Is he their brother too?
Yeah.
Man, that's rough. I didn't know these kind of possibilities were in store for me. I think that would definitely negatively affect Jack. Be like, yeah, we're the Winchester brothers. And I'll be like, someone told me about, is Adam the guy? Don't worry, he was our half-brother. We'll see on that one.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thanks. Hi.
It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm here on my honeymoon with my husband. And
where's your husband?
Over there somewhere.
You've already abandoned him? What the hell?
Well, he didn't come with me to the question.
Is his name Adam?
No.
Okay.
No, not quite.
Well, congratulations, first off.
Thank you. I was wondering which of Jack's powers would you like to see on the show?
Would I like to see like a power that hasn't been shown yet?
Yeah.
I think he's still discovering his power, so I'm kind of excited to see what else he's capable of. So far, throwing people across the room and showing up in new places is pretty dope. I really like the thing that Lucifer does, where he just goes like this and people just choke to death or they explode. I'd like to see more of that.
I like it.
Yeah, and then a couple years into your marriage, you'll be thinking the same thing, right? Why isn't he?
Yeah, I'll try harder.
I'm kidding. Congratulations. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to say, first of all, that I absolutely adore you, and I adore Jack as well. And I'm really happy that you were introduced onto my favorite show. Also, my question was asked before, so I will ask, how do you feel about people saying that you are Misha's son?
Well, first off, it's very confusing. Imagine meeting a stranger and be like, hey, my kid.
Yeah. You're identical.
we're identical apparently. Again, I've had to ask some serious questions at family reunions.
You should get a DNA test.
Should.
Sure.
Yeah, 23 Amisha is what we'll call it. You guys don't have that. Yeah, it's been confusing.
Do you like it? Do you like being compared that way?
Well, I think the comparison between Jack and Cass is kind of inevitable. The fact that me and Misha kind of look alike really doesn't help me at all. It's fine, you know, there's definitely worse things that can happen. You guys could be like, yeah, I can't believe much Jack looks like this troll. It's all good.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Hi.
I'm one of the few that's still on episode 3, so...
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Might have been answered later in the season, I don't know.
Okay.
How old is Jack? Because sometimes he's very young, and sometimes he's more like a teenager, and I'm just curious if you know how old he actually is.
I don't know, technically, I feel like he's like at least like 8 months old by the end of the season. I have had a beer on the show, so like, you know, that's not advisable for parents out there. For you in the new marriage, if you have children, don't give your kids beer at 8 months. But I think as he kind of evolves, he is moving faster than obviously most toddlers. Yeah. But what I like is a couple episodes in, again, no spoilers, he does get a little moodier. He kind of has like a bit of a rebellion, so I think he is moving towards his like teenage years.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Yo.
So if you, as Alexander, could spend a day with Jack, what would you do?
I don't know, man. Maybe take him somewhere fun. You know, the Disney World thing might be a little surreal for him, honestly. All these people dressed up, he might try to like fight Mickey Mouse or something. I don't know. I'd probably take him to like, yeah, maybe an amusement park would be fun. Mini golf. I think he'd be fascinated by that. Where would you take Jack? Please don't say something. I was like, I set myself up. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe a bar, a club. Maybe he's not experienced that. So.
No, he definitely hasn't experienced that. Like a nightclub?
Yeah. Like
I would love to see that.
Like how Castiel's first experience was in the club. Something like that, maybe.
Find Me in the Club, starring Jack Winchester. Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys? We're doing
Good to hear it. So my question is, we, as the series goes on, get to see Jack build a relationship with Mary. How do you think he would get on with the others from the potential Wayward Sister spin-off? Do you think there's someone he'd get along with better or worse, or fight with, or... Yeah.
That's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jack really gets along with pretty much everyone who isn't evil or hurting people. So, yeah. I'd love to see that show kind of take off and, you know, be its own thing. But Jack is definitely capable, I think, of getting along with anybody. Kim's character would be, you know, I've met Kim in real life, so it's, you know, it's pretty funny to see her. She's very, like, you know, kind of sassy and then loud and authoritative. So I think Jack would get a kick out of her, you know?
Okay, yeah, great, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hello.
One of season 2 problems is that heaven may be shut down because there are a lack of angels. And we know that Jack is very powerful. So I wanted to know if you think he's powerful enough to create new angels.
This could potentially be one of Jack's new powers. Job creation, if you will. Yeah, I don't know. Again, he has unlimited possibilities, and he's, I think, only scratched the surface of what he's truly capable of. So I'm not sure yet. I think Jack could just meet at this point, literally anything. This is a good distance. But yeah, I think it's definitely a possibility for him.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi.
Hi.
So in season 11, we see that Sam had an imaginary friend. I was wondering if Jack had an imaginary friend, what would it be like?
I feel like Jack is like already potentially an imaginary friend. Just with like how he is, like he's always around, he's always optimistic. If he could have an imaginary friend,
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
I don't know, probably someone made out of like sweets.
His nougat friend. I don't know if that would be a great friendship though, if I was like constantly taking bites out of him. You know? I don't know about you and your friends, but anytime you bite people, they get weird, you know? It's bizarre. Maybe someone more Jack's age, you know? Someone he could like relate to, and I guess if you're relating to something imaginary, that's all right. I'm gonna stick with nougat friend. It's good. It's good. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
What do you find the most annoying and most lovable about your character?
Most annoying is he's just like relentlessly optimistic for a lot of the season. I find his naivety it can be kind of annoying. It's useful for the story, but I think Jack would fall for anything. We see him get tricked constantly, so that kind of sucks. And I guess the thing I like the most about him is, in fact, his naivety. He enjoys things. He enjoys life. Things are new. Sometimes you see him touching brick walls. You don't know why. You know? He's just having a great time, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi.
Yo.
So I was wondering, at the beginning of the season, you bring back Castiel. Why would Jack not bring back his mom?
I think that the Castiel he knew was his savior in a way. I don't think Jack's capable of like resurrecting life yet. We see that Castiel was kind of in that like sunken place or whatever, and he was still around, and he was still not human. So I don't think. Well, we know that Jack can't like save lives yet because I keep accidentally killing people. That would make me not a really lovely character if I just accidentally killed someone and I had the power to save them, but I was like, yeah, Jack knew that Castiel was there to protect him, so I think that was their link, you know?
Fair enough.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hey.
My question is, if you could be a fictional character from anything, what would you be? And if Jack could be a fictional character, what would he be?
I think Jack's exposure to media has been pretty limited so far. Again, I don't want to spoil too much for those of you on episode 3, but he has like he plays Star Wars, so he sees kind of the Star Wars characters. He doesn't like Anakin, is what I remember. So I think someone, you know what, Jack would probably like, he'd see Chewbacca and he'd be like, that guy's having a good time. You know, he's riding around the Millennium Falcon, just yelling at people. He's always got kind of a grin on his face, got a sick gun. So I think Jack would maybe want to be Chewbacca. What do you guys think? I don't know. If Jack could be someone in the Star Wars universe, who do you think he'd be?
Luke, because he saves people. So.
Yeah, Luke's complicated though, you know? Yeah.
Also, his dad's evil, like Lucifer. So.
Yes, this is true.
And he's different from his dad, which I think Jack should be.
Hopefully he's different. Again, we're still trying to find him. He's trying to find his way. But I'm gonna vote Chewbacca for Jack. Thanks.
Hi. You can ask so many questions, obviously, conventions. How do you manage to answer questions but not give away spoilers, even if you really want to answer the question properly?
I mean, that's a great question. You try to give vague, open-ended things, so they can be like, he kind of did. But mostly I did. You want to tease like a theme or some sort of element that's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How would you do it? You got any PR tips for me?
I probably wouldn't. I just end up spoiling the whole season out of excitement.
See, I don't think they'd appreciate that from me. They'd be like, so when Jack meets Lucifer, gets cut off.
Yeah.
I tried, you know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So,
Hi, I just want to know, what's your favourite book?
what's my favorite book? I don't know. That's hard to say. There's been a lot of books now that I think, you know, I think you have like a favorite book when you're like 18.
Yeah.
And then you have like a favorite book when you're older.
Yeah.
Because I think if you go back on the book you like loved, like your first like relationship, go back now and you're like a little embarrassed, you know? What would your favorite book be? Out of curiosity.
Mine's anything in the Alex Cross series by James Patterson.
Oh yeah.
I probably liked a lot of sort of horror books when I was younger.
I'll just go with the all times. I mean, I grew up reading Harry Potter, so.
I've never actually read Harry Potter.
Well, I'm in England now, so I'm like looking for things, looking for platforms, trying to figure out what house I'm in, you know. Typical stuff, right?
Ditto. Yeah. I went to, Robbie's a shamble poof.
The classic. House of Shamblepoof. Rich is a what?
Michael's a ding dong. Norton is a flute, and of course, obviously, Billy is Slytherin.
All right then.
What are you? What's your house? What's your thing, man?
I think everybody wants to be Gryffindor, but no.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why is it not Gryffindor?
I don't know. I think
Slytherin. Boy, it's a house divided here. I mean, it doesn't matter what you say.
It's a house divided. It's pirates. It's ninjas. You know, there's a lot going on.
A quarter of the people mad or whatever. That's why they leave it up to the sorting hat. You know, I don't want to be the bad guy. Blame the hat. That's my motto. Al.
Yes. Yes, Rich.
Are we going to see you the rest of the weekend? Or you're bolting down here tonight? Like, you on a boat, you're gone? You're sticking around?
No, I'm sticking around.
All right. We get more Al Calvert all weekend long. Ladies and gentlemen,
Lots of graphs.
Skin graphs.
Skin graphs.
Autographs. Photographs.
Pie charts.
Filters. Whole nine.
Hey Rich, later do you want to get some food at the bar?
Food cafe bar?
Yeah, we should get maybe food cafe bar.
Now listen, I know you're going to go off and do your photographs and your autographs and all that crap. But later, it would be solid. Come back to this room. Let's do a little karaoke thing, shall we? I want to see you guys tonight. Good job, UK. Great day one.